I'm Bill Dingwall. Oh, you're kind. I know in the crowd, and I'm going to ask Colleen Pierre-Sam from the Katzie First Nation to come up and say a few words. And I'll just say that we're on the traditional unceded territory of the Katzie. So Colleen is a proud member of our community. Come on up, Colleen, and then I'll just run the investment. And she's feisty.
Awesome, I love this. It's probably one of the very few crowds I have to say, you guys can clap for me. Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Colleen Pierre. I'm from the Katzie First Nation. First of all, I take this opportunity to welcome each and every one of you onto my traditional territory.
Thank you, Colleen. Before I talk about some of the other people, I want to acknowledge we have 3 past mayors with us today. And we have Bud Tiedemann. Where's Bud? Bud, come on up. We have Dave Duncan and Deb Walters. And I just want to say, you know, Pitt Meadows is a fantastic place to live, and we all know that. And it's because of people like this and the leadership that we've had that has created Pitt Meadows over the years. And so I just want to say personally, thank you for all of your public service and what you've done to help create Pitt Meadows and the place we are. I know you're all very, very strong voices for our community, and you're doing what you can, and so I truly appreciate you taking time to come out here and to support the new kids. So again, a round of applause for some legacy. So I have a main boss at home, you just saw her. Well, during the campaign here, I got a second boss, another lady. So Patricia Gordon, come on up. Patricia's amazing. I think a lot of you people know who she is, and she's doing so much behind the scenes to support not only myself, but to help others and to communicate with our community. And so, Patricia, thank you for all that you're doing for myself, and I know some of the others here as well. So thank you. And before I introduce some of the candidates here, who I didn't do all this myself. There's 5 of us that did the planning and helped pay for it, and wanted to share with our community really around the campaign kickoff, an opportunity for you to come and talk to us and ask anything you want, and really just to celebrate being part of this community. And I'll introduce them in a second, but I want to say a couple of things, and that is, even though there's been, in my view, some things that have happened over the last 4 years that I'm not proud of, I'm not thrilled of, what it's done is brought our community together. Yeah. And we've got neighbors talking to neighbors. We've got neighbors that have turned into really good friends. I've met a lot of people, and I'm sure everybody has. And so, out of all that kind of noise that took place, and perhaps some even of the troubling things that took place, there's been new friendships being created. And for me, you know, that's the most powerful thing that's happened. And you'll see the theme of my election, the theme of everybody is, it's now your turn. It's now your turn at the polling station to select the council that you want, and that's going to represent you and represent your interests. And so that's really, really important, and because this is 19,000 people, and it's about community. It's about quality of life and making sure that we keep it here in Pitt Meadows, because I said last time I'm going to die in this community. I suspect quite a few of you will be here many, many years. Hopefully you won't die too soon. And but we're proud of this community. So please get your friends, neighbors, family out to vote. I've said all along, there's some really good candidates either running with us and are associated, and anybody but is good in my books. So again, this election is really important, so come out and vote. Now it's my pleasure to introduce 4 of the people that I have a lot of things in common with, and I want to make sure we are not a slate. And what we have in common is that we're not happy with the last 4 years and some of the things that have occurred. Clearly not happy. That we have common principles, common morals, and I think common respect for our community. But we're all going to vote independently. This is about name recognition, getting them out, making sure that people know who they are. And I have no doubt they're going to vote the way they think they need to vote. I don't control anybody. I don't control Patricia. I don't control my wife. And everybody has an opinion. And when you're on council, you should be able to express that and then vote at the end of the day. So first up, I'll just get Councillor Tracy Mashal to come up. Tracy and I, well, we've been together for 4 years on council, and even we don't look the same on every issue, and that's a good thing. And but Tracy has 10 years on council. That's 10 years of public service. She's put her name forward for another 4 years. I hope she gets elected. I have no doubt she will get elected. And I've got a lot of time for Tracy. So big round of applause, and then I'll ask Tracy if she got something. Tracy said she's going to cry, so she... Hey, I almost did at the beginning. Next up, I've got Bob Meechan right behind me. Come on up, Bob. What about Bob? That's his tagline. And Bob's a retired executive, and he's kind of a shy guy. So I got to know Bob. Obviously, it started over the Ani stuff, but I've got to know him through the airport and through a number of committees. And he is a friend. He's a fine gentleman. And again, I think he'd be wonderful on council. And Bob, I don't know if you want to say anything? Yes?
Well, why not? I'd just also like to thank my family for showing up. My son Ben over there, his wife Pam, my granddaughter Nyan is here, my daughter Sarah Jane is here, my wife Pauline is here as well, which we're very pleased about. And I just want to reiterate, I so admire Bill Dingwall, and after I got to know Bill a couple of years back going to council on Tuesday nights, I realized this was a guy that should be leading the city. I'm really proud to be endorsing Bill. On October the 20th, there's only one thing you really need to remember is, what about Bob? Thanks.
Okay, next up, Mike Hayes, and come on in, Mike. Now, Mike I've known for quite a while. He ran in the last election against our current mayor, and came close. And Mike has been in our community 41 years. He is really dedicated a lot of time and energy in volunteer services for Pitt Meadows. So many volunteer organizations have benefited from his involvement, and Mike's a rock solid guy. I think he'll do a wonderful job on council, and he's putting himself out there again. And I'm hoping that there'll be significant change. So, Mike Hayes, Mike.
Thank you, Bill. And yeah, I just wanted to echo Bill's words and thank everyone for coming out today. It is so very important that you talk to your neighbors, friends, family, really get the message out how important it is to come out and vote in this election. More important now than ever before in all the years that I've lived here. I have so much respect for Bill. We've had many conversations before coming up to this, and I couldn't agree more that he is going to be an exceptional male mayor. How about we say that? But great representation of Pitt Meadows and what we stand for and who we are. So yes, please come out and vote October 20th. Thank you very much.
Just don't get me to say anonymous. Tracy now would like to say a few words, so absolutely. Here, Tracy.
Well, Bob made me laugh, so I just wanted to say in all my 10 years of council, I have never seen such a crowd come to council meetings every Tuesday. And it's because of your support, being engaged, and your active participation on social media and attending rallies and public hearings. That makes a difference, and you guys are changing this election. That is why I decided to run again, because I was done. I have to tell you, you probably heard that it's time to move on and let other people run in the election. But I think things are going to be very positive, and I want to be part of that change, and I want to thank you for staying engaged, because I think you're going to change the face of Pitt Meadows and what is going to happen over the next 4 years. Thank you so much.
And Nicole McDonald. Where's Nicole? Now, Nicole, she's a notary in town. She has a background, obviously, on the legal side, on the policing side. She spoke at the public hearing, was articulate. She's a great speaker, great mind, smart lady, and I've got a lot of time for her and her family. Even her husband, Garrett. Where's Garrett? Who knows the guy? And so again, I'm thrilled that Nicole is throwing her name in the hat. So Nicole.
Thank you, Bill. Just a big thank you to my family, Garrett, my daughters Aiden, Gracie, all our friends and family that are here. I'm excited. It's time for change in Pitt Meadows. Job number one is to get a new leader. We need Bill Dingwall, and then we need some positive change, people that come together and get our Pitt Meadows back. So I just, thanks for being here, sharing your day with your family, and let's go. Let's get going.